everybody, this is the Vikstrand. So this is my hotel here in Merida. The thing is that that's not the main issue here. The main issue here is, of course, that we're going to talk about Monster Hunters, a movie made by a notoriously awful studio, Asylum. Now the thing is that poor Tom Sizemore, he must have gone home and the evening thinking to himself, where did I go wrong? 20 years ago I got to film with Steven Spielberg and now I'm doing this awful crap. Either I am on drugs I'm not supposed to be on, or I'm not on drugs that I'm supposed to be on. Something. Poor Tom Sizemore, even though some of the lines he has delivered in this movie is absolutely abysmal. This is just about as awful as you think it is. I have watched this movie so you don't have to. Let's find out exactly how bad this thing is and how awful Monster Hunters is and how far it actually is from the other Monster Hunter movie with Milla Jovovich, which I think it is supposed to be a mockbuster of, but it doesn't even resemble that thing. This is just awful through and through. How bad is it and how deep do we have to go down into the rabbit hole this time? That's what we're gonna find out. This is my review of Monster Hunters. So Asylum proves once again that production value is something that your movie would live or die with, because if this movie would have been a $150 million budget with a bunch of A-listers directed by Ridley Scott, this movie would have probably get 95 points or something like that, because the story isn't bad. But since this is made on a $150 budget, well then you're fucked, aren't you? Well, so what's the story with this thing? Well, we have this agency that is monitoring extraterrestrial life on Earth, a bit like Men in Black, except they suck at everything. Tom Sizemore is their boss and is going to retire and be replaced by somebody new, but just when he's about to retire, well, there is this ship that crashes in Nevada and now they're gonna have to, deal with this thing. They at least have their priorities straight because, the crash happens within 2 minutes of the entire damn thing, so at least, things are off cooking immediately, and unfortunately that also means that we have to follow these knuckleheads who will try to shoot at these horrendously badly animated monsters and aliens and whatever it is that they're doing. They also need to contain them in this area, because if they escape they're going to have to initiate some kind of a nuclear protocol or something like that, because Bob, who is their tech guy, everything that he does that has to do with tech sucks. He's about as useful as a ventilated condom. Bob sucks. Anyway, so the action sequences are abysmal, the effects are atrociously awful, the acting is beyond bad, and the lines are so bad that you're thinking to yourself, how did that get, approved as a script? Well, Asylum has a tendency of filming shit really fast, so that's how they did it, I assume. There is no suspense here, there is no joy here, it just feels like a very, 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 very cheap sci-fi movie that has actually not too bad ideas when it comes to the storytelling, and some of the characters do have occasionally some little, character arc that I thought was at least okay, but for the rest of it, this was an absolutely horrendously awful thing to live through. At least it is over in 88 minutes, so you can go online and bitch about it. There's really no reason to see this. Now, Asylum films are terrible, of course, but not everything they have done is awful, but they have never done a truly good movie. But some of the things they have done is, if not good, so at least, well, decent. This is not one of them. This is one of the worst things they have ever done. And this movie is saved because of a small little things that happens here and there, sprinkled out, that almost made you feel like you were watching something that was good. But then you're reminded, because then you're drowned in an absolute avalanche of shit. This is about as bad as a really, really, really awful sci-fi action movie can be. And if you have a chance to skip this movie, skip this movie. Skip it a lot. Monster Hunters is a movie that has almost zero redeeming qualities to itself, but I still still found that the story and the synopsis of it was not too bad actually, and sometimes they could almost overcome the bad things just a little bit, but that doesn't help much. I gave this movie the rating of 5 out of 100, that is, just so that you know exactly how awful this movie is. This was a really rough watch. So are you one of the unlucky ones who had actually seen this awful nonsense? Comment below if you have, and I'll see you next time from, well, so-and-so reviewing, well, such and such. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.